Hello everyone, welcome to Trevor's Tech Tips. So we keep it short and sweet. Today we're going to check on how to view documents. So we're going to click on View. Here you go. It's on print layout because this is what it looks like when you're going to print. It's print layout, right? You could go read mode, which is great for reading. Stuff gets zoomed in. And you just click on your arrow here and you skip through. It's great for reading. You could click on this arrow over here. Let's see, can I move this? I think he's in the way. Right, you click here. Great for reading. Click on view. You could say edit document because you can't edit documents while you're in read view. So edit document and it goes back to print layout. You could say web layout, right? When you scroll through, that's what it looks like. You could say outline, right? That's outline view, shows you the different formattings and so on. And you got to close this view. And let's go back to view there, and you could say draft. Right, so I'm going to go back to print layout. Right, now if you mess around, if you put your cursor there and double click, it kind of messes up the view. Don't worry, it's just a layout, it's just a view. Right, double click, changes it back. Right. So for some reason you went to read view, you haven't messed up the document. Just click back on edit document, and there you go. Some people have gone to web layout and gotten scared. What's happening to my document? It's just a change in view. Print layout, and there you go. Of course, if it was whoops, my bad. If it was a different size like legal, naturally it would be a longer document. If I zoom out, there we go, and if I was to mess with this, it would just be like that. Alright, it's just a change in view, nothing to worry about. Alright, if I was to go view and say web layout, that's what it would look like. Alright. Okay guys, hope that was informative, hope it helped you. Oh, one more thing I should do is, what we could do is go switch window, and these are other documents we have. We could click here, switch to another one, switch to another one, alright? That's, or we could have documents go side by side, view side by side. I could say this document, which is the one we were dealing with earlier, or this one. So this is the one we're dealing with now. This is another one we could have them side by side. So this goes great when you need you have an older version of a document and a newer one, and you want to take stuff from the older one, put in there. You go line by line, do comparison, and then you take that content and you put it over here, right? That's what you do there. Right, going back to view, if you notice that synchronized scrolling, you could have both of them scrolling at the same time, or you could or you could untick it, right? And then as you scroll on this side does not scroll. That's what synchronized scrolling does. Right, you could say reset window position. There we go, goes back there. Alright, or you could say split. You have if you notice, this is the same. Let me show you. Take that out. It's the same document. It's not two documents. So we got undo. So you could have the same document split in two. You're looking at the top, and you're looking at the bottom down here. You're editing the top, editing the bottom, right? It's all about being more productive. So it all depends on what you want. You could say arrange all, right? It gets a bit confusing, right? So, and it says arrange all because I got 3 documents open and I want it to have a look at all 3. So I'm going to double click on here and go back to the one we were dealing with initially. Right, you could put grid lines. This is good for if you're doing diagrams or shapes and so on. Navigation panel, which is over here. If you had certain headings and so on set, it would now you can use it to navigate through. And of course our ruler, which is most of the times it's there, right? Don't take it for granted, it's not always there, right? Of course you've got your zoom, you could zoom 100%, you could click on zoom and use one of these preset ones and zoom out, or you could click here, zoom out, zoom in, right? Take off your grid lines. You could view one page. Let me change this back to letter, just for viewing purposes. All right, and then we're going to say one page. You could view one single page, or you could say multiple pages. So because of my screen size, I could fit 3 pages there. You could go like that. So you could say, oh, I didn't make this change. Okay, let me take out the, or say you're taking out extra spaces, then take out this extra space, you know. Okay, let's go down. Oh, okay, oh, let me take the space out, you know. So it gives you sort of an overview of what's going on. And then you could say page to width, which is the width of the screen. If you've got a larger screen, it spreads wider. You know, if you've got a smaller screen, it's smaller. So you could go like that. One page, which is what we're normally on. Multiple pages, you know, page width. Alright, I hope that was informative. Please drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.